sacrifices, play this game. I done prayed that my life would never be the same. I done prayed that I will make it bring glory to my name.
All right. So I texted the group and said I had some big news to share. So what I'm working on, this is gonna be this is an announcement. Nobody knows this, but every Sunday night, me and my buddy Paul, because he's big into football, are gonna do kind of like a NFL Sunday night breakdown. So he's gonna come over. We're gonna do like a it's I'm not gonna make it a podcast. I'm just gonna keep it strictly YouTube. Actually, I don't know yet, but for sure YouTube. We have video, and it's gonna be us watch. We're just gonna do the first half. We're not gonna do the whole game.
Mm.
But it's kind of have you seen that show where like Peyton Manning and his brothers like watching the game and commenting on it?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Obviously, we can't show it, so it's just gonna be us watching the game.
Right.
But we're gonna have Paul's gonna look at it from a fan of the game, and I'm gonna look at it from I'm a player watching film or from a data analysis, sports analysis take. So you're gonna get the fan part, and you're gonna get like a deep dive of somebody that's been into football deep, right?
Right.
And
Right.
so for that, I created this. I'm doing this data analysis sheet, right? And it's it's gonna be. I don't. It's not gonna say it's gonna be revolutionary, but it's gonna be this big thing. It's like a big thing because like I got all 32 teams, and it's just
Analytics, baby.
yes, it's straight statistics, right? So there's no opinion. The only opinion is the scaling of the score because I have a score. But let me explain because I asked off air. I asked Mark about anyway. That's not important. Yeah, let me share my screen so I can show you how how this breaks down. All right, so you should see my Google Sheet up, right? All right, so this is all preseason, right?
Right.
Because obviously there's no rankings because they haven't played yet. But they play, it's going to change. But this is all preseason rankings based on who they have, the drafts, and yada yada yada. So this is like the most current rankings. And right now, Bills are ranked number 1 overall power rankings, and the Falcons are last. This is the preseason as of literally today, the rankings in all 32 teams. And so what I did is I looked up their rankings as of right now, offensive rankings, defensive rankings, special teams. As you can see, I haven't finished yet because it's kind of a lot to go through. And it's just their rankings. And what I'm doing is called a Lorentz score. I need a name for it because this is my scoring system. And my middle name is Lorenza, so I'm just calling it Lorentz score. That's how that name comes apart. But if I click on this, it's showing you how I broke down the scoring. So I have 40%, so it's weighted. Like me and Mark were saying earlier, Mark and I, whatever, we were saying that that there's three thirds of football. You got offense, defense, special teams, right?
Yes.
And what we were saying is they're not weighed the same because obviously I'm not saying special teams not important because that's where I made my bread and butter when I played with special teams. That's what I did. So like it's important, but if we're being honest, offense and defense is a little more important. You can get away with having a decent special teams if you have an amazing offensive defense. You can get away with your special teams being a little rough, right? So not saying it's not important. So what I did is I have offense and defense scaled the same. I got 40% offense, 40% defense, and its special teams is 20%. And so based off their rankings, it shows their score. The lower the score, the better the overall team is, right? And the lowest score you could possibly have is 0.333. So if you normalize it to 0, then you would just anyway, I'm not going to get into all that because that's a lot of math. But just know that if you're number 1 in offense, number 1 defense, and number 1 in special teams, bam, the lowest score you can get is 0.333. So the reason why the Bills are ranked so high, or number 1, because they have a 0.73. As you can see at all these, nobody else is under 1 yet. I haven't finished these though, but based off what I'm looking at, nobody else is going to be even under 1. Next closest is going to be 1.5, as you can see. So as the season goes on, I'm going to update this every year. So like one of my friends, he's in a fantasy league. I'm going to share this document with him so he can see, okay, who's playing who and look at the Lorentz score and sees, okay, this team statistically is better than this team ranking wise on all 3 phases. Now, just because you're ranked better doesn't mean you're going to win, but it's a good prediction or indicator on who's gonna be where. And then I'll create a second sheet, and I'll have a defensive sheet, and I'll just have straight up defensive rankings, and I'll put pass defense, rush defense, whatever. Offense, I'll do total defense, rush defense, total defense, rush defense, pass defense, offense. I'll have total offense, pass offense, rush offense. I'll break those, and then I don't think I'm gonna break down special teams. But it's gonna be this giant data sheet with all these data points.
Are you going to add scoring defense and scoring offense? PDGs?
Yeah. I'll probably add those two. There's gonna be a lot of data points, but
Yeah, it's a lot.
it's a lot.
So you're
I'm
gonna
gonna be
use
doing-
all this. So are you gonna use this for like making your predictions and stuff, just based off of like the stuff that carries on through the season? Is that what you?
Most likely. This is probably what I'll use. But I'm primarily gonna have this for Sundays. I don't know what we're gonna call it yet. I haven't come up with a name with it, and obviously I don't want to use NFL, whatever. Because
Fine. Can Texas bet?
Copyrighted.
Can you use DraftKings?
No. I can
Bro, I
only
was about to
parlays.
say, hey, Mark, I was about to say, I was like, this could be a little cheat sheet for fighters to make some money.
Speaking of
That's what I'm
DraftKings,
saying, dog.
I got a story for y'all. Speaking of DraftKings, so I did a little gambling this weekend for the first weekend of college football, and I was just, Connecticut was the biggest underdog I've ever seen against the money line ever. They were plus 1,800. I've never seen an underdog like that. I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to throw some money at them. I threw some money at them in Northwestern. Well, of course, Northwestern won the first game yesterday. Your boy's hyped. He's already hit the first leg of the parlay. I'm over here watching Connecticut. They run the ball over Utah State. I'm getting hyped. Then Utah State goes on a run. And then Connecticut gets it back to 4. Bro, it was a $10 bet. If it would have hit, I would have won $800. Dog, I was screaming at my phone yesterday. The referee fucked me, boys. He fucked me. He called a PI. There was no PI. Just defended the ball perfectly. And who knows? I might have hit because they were about to get the ball back. They're gonna go down the field, score, and win the game.
Bro, them parlays, man.
Oh,
Them
parlays
parlays, man. How many legs was it?
Just 2. That's what I'm saying. I got the first part right.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
The odds were plus 84.50, bro. I mean, because like I said, UConn was plus 1,800 on the money line. That's ridiculous. Northwestern was plus 350. And I hit on Northwestern, and I just missed on UConn because that fucking ref.
Yeah, way to blame the refs, Mark.
No, bro, he did.
Blame the refs,
It was a ghost
That's what they
PI,
all
bro.
say, bro.
It was a ghost PI.
That's what
Listen,
they all say
Finest,
when they lose the
play
bet,
DB,
bro. Blame
Finest
it on
play
the
corner.
refs.
He knows. Finest, you're in coverage. You're running with the receiver. You don't even touch his hands. You turn. You're in perfect position. You didn't bat the ball away.
Put a clip up.
They throw the flag on you.
Is there a clip of it?
I'm sure.
I gotta see it,
bro. He didn't touch it.
Who was it again?
UConn versus Utah State. I'm sure they got it, bro. That shit was terrible, bro. I was screaming, Calvin.
It was pass interference.
Yes, they were down 24-20. It was 3rd and like 15.
Okay, it's right here. Let me see.
Terrible. It's a terrible call.
Is there a video of it? Oh my gosh!
It happened in the 4th quarter. About 7 minutes left.
Right now.
It was about 7-minute mark, 6-minute mark, something like that, Finest.
I don't know if they're gonna have I guess highlights would be towards the end, right?
I was a ghost PI call away from $800.
This is the 2021 bowl.
Let's see, man.
I doubt they'll have it.
If I find it later, I'll search it later and send it in the group.
Yeah, send it.
It's about the 5, 6, 7-minute mark, Calvin. It's 3rd and forever. And this dude just heaves one, and it's not even close to a PI.
You said it's what, 7?
7 minutes. It's like third. It was third down. They had the ball at like the Yukon, like 45 or 40-yard line. But it was third and long. It was like third and 12 or some shit. Got his head around and everything.
I can't find it.
Let's see.
I'm gonna find
the,
it. I'm gonna find it later. I'm gonna send it to you.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah,
Hold on.
yeah. You laughing right now? He didn't even touch him, Calvin. Calvin, look, he didn't touch him.
Oh, he won't show him the screen. Hold
up now. Wait. What is it on? Because I ain't trying to get our shit pulled down. Just send it in the group.
Send it in the group. He didn't touch him, Calvin.
Yeah, send the link. We'll need nothing pulled down.
Either. Hold up. Let me try to.
That's why Calvin laughing. He saw it. He's like, that was a bad call. God damn.
Oh, bro, like that.
Didn't even touch him.
I don't know about that one. I probably would have been hot with Mark. Oh,
that's $800 right there, man. Gone off that one play. Because what happened? They got the first down, 15 yards. They went and scored a touchdown.
I don't know
game
about
over.
that one. I would have been hot too. Where's this? Where's the group message at?
Look, bro, his head's turning and everything. They didn't even touch him.
Yeah, you ain't got a group message pinned, fam? That's crazy.
Nah, I had some other messages before, bro. Hold on.
No, I'm saying you can pin it to where it stays at the top.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Yo, go to the 27:40 mark.
This is the whole game?
Damn near. Bro, Calvin, that's a horrible.
That's a horrible call. Calvin, tell him. That's a horrible call.
That's a horrible. I mean, hold on. Let me go back to it.
No.
Hold on. He did turn around at the last minute. He did turn around. So
he played the ball.
I don't know.
What? It's at the what?
27:40.
27:40.
But he didn't. Calvin, he didn't even touch him though. He didn't have his hand.
Yeah, bro. I don't know about that.
Anything.
Was it? It might have been face guarding because you can't face guard.
But no, Finis, he turned around.
Hang on, I'm gonna look at it.
You know, as a DB, well, you know that you can just turn around at the last second and it's not face guard.
All right, I'm coming up on the play. But yeah, this thing. I hope I can keep up doing this thing though, because I'm gonna have to, obviously every Tuesday I'm gonna have to redo the rankings. Hopefully, they don't change too much. I miss it.
It's like third and forever.
Ooh, I don't know, Mark.
It looks like it.
Clean.
Wait now.
It's clean.
I don't know. Oh. No, I mean, I get why they threw the flag. Me personally, I don't think it should be a pass interference, but since he underthrew it and the receiver had to slow down and the DB's still going this way, they'll call that 9 times out of 10.
I know, but he didn't even touch him, Finis. He didn't even put his hands on him.
But
he didn't grab his hand, nothing.
Because he impeded the slowdown. Those calls are so annoying.
Cost me $800 is what it is.
As a DB, you have the right to be there just as much as the receiver.
That's the same thing in basketball. Like that pisses me off. Like with a charge call and everything. Like I feel like if you beat somebody to the spot, regardless if you're standing still or not, I feel like there should still be a charge and everything before they take off.
Yeah,
I mean, dude, let's be honest. How hard it is to run to a spot, stop on a dime, and stand still, and then take a charge. That's not realistic. To me, that's not every time. No, you're not. You're going to be losing.
If that's the rule, which it is, you're right. But they should change it. If the ball is underthrown, the DB should have just as much right back to the ball as the receiver.
Because you got to think about this is my thing though. Because if you're underthrown, if you're a receiver and you know that you're going to come back to the ball, and what are you going to do? Push the DB out of the way? Like, you know,
they do that all the time. And they never get called. I'm sure that's happened to you during the game.
What?
The ball's underthrown. You're in position to make the play on the ball. Get shoved a receiver. They don't call it an offensive PI. They never do.
But I feel like
that's like the rarest call in football, bro.
Favorite to the offensive though. That's why I get like so pissed off about it. Like I understand why it's favorite to them most of the time, but it's like, bro, you got to see like both sides. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if it's too close of a call, it's a no call. That's how I say.
That call cost me $800, Calvin. Everybody go down the field and win the game.
Mark hot about it. I lost some bets too, man, in UFC before. I had the one that I will never forget. I had a 4-leg parlay, dude, and I had Connor to beat Dustin the time where he stepped back and he snapped his leg and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I think I was supposed to I think that one was supposed to hit for I think I paid 35. I think it was going to cash out 1,000 or something because I had the 4-leg parlay. Because I had one dude that I knew was going to win, two dudes that were the underdog, and I was like, okay, Connor got to get this one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
First round ended. I was like, okay, kind of nervous a little bit. Then Dustin started piecing him. And he did that one step back, and I was like,
snap that fucking ankle,
bro. I was like, oh my god. It's all good though.
Well, I'll put this in perspective, and thank God I didn't put 100 on it. But if I would have put 100 on it and it would have hit, I would have won $8,000. I was a $10 bet. I would have won $800 off a $10 bet, and that referee fucked me because UConn had all the momentum. They got back in the game. They were about to come up to stop. They would have had to punt to UConn. UConn would have probably drove down the field and won the game.
Hate to see it, Mark. You hate to see it, dog.
You do, man.
To see it. Yo, Bonnie.
What's up?
I think you need to go see Beast, bro.
That shit was hell yeah. Idris.
Who?
Beast.
I don't know what that is.
Well, maybe if you got an A-list, you would know what it is.
Are you going to explain what it is, or are we just going to sit and just wait for me to magically just know what it means?
Idris Elba's new movie. About the lion, man. It's like rogue-ass lion. It's fucking people up.
A lion?
Eating people and shit. Yeah, a lion, bro. Fake-ass Simba, as Calvin called him.
Hey.
Let me look.
Simba with rabies. Just tearing people apart, bro. Limb by limb.
It has a 68 Rotten Tomatoes. Great start. It's in theaters?
Yep. Tearing people limb by limb, bro.
Somebody said this is the worst movie I've seen in a long time. This is also Idris Elba's worst role ever, with all the media hype around.
I thought it was pretty solid, man. I'm not gonna lie.
I did too.
Oh no, hang on. Oh my god, I'm gonna read this whole thing. Well, the hype and his daughter being at odds is probably over the fact that he took this sickly role. There's no plot or storyline. The writers of the movie's scripts were extremely horrible. Why would anyone be out in Africa in the wild with two little girls whose mom apparently was of African descent? Mentioned their mom was teaching them how to speak the native language, yet they didn't speak but 2 or 3 words the entire movie. Why is there an English or British guy who's explained to be their mother? Okay, this dude's
he went on a rant.
He's going way too deep into. He's like me watching Jurassic World Dominion. That was me watching Jurassic World Dominion.
So I said, who doesn't want to see Idris Elba punch a lion in the face?
Yeah, bro, he did.
This review was a good one. I love Idris Elba. I love survival thrillers like this. I enjoy watching.
It was suspenseful.
It was
very.
It really was.
Who is it by? Because I might just wait till it's on a stream.
I don't know who the director was, but
yeah.
I mean, it didn't have much plot. It had a simple plot. It's a rogue lion fucking people up.
Yeah, that one person, right. First of all, let's be honest. Somebody goes out of their way to write a poor review and rant, probably a loser. Let's be honest. So,
yeah.
And I'm not going to take a loser's opinion on the movie. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm like that, but the movie has to be really bad. Like really bad.
You can have an opinion that it's bad, but are you gonna waste your time and go online to write a review for people to see?
No.
That dude did.
I'm gonna tell y'all.
My point is probably a goddamn loser.
I'm gonna tell y'all when y'all ask, "Hey, was that good, Mark?" No, it was fucking ass.
Yeah, but you're not gonna go out of your way to put it on forum.
No chance.
I think dude was thinking he was gonna get his money back from it, but nah, that's not the case, G. It's not happening.
He's looking too
Oh,
deep.
no.
It's a about man versus wild movie, right? It's a man versus wild movie. Okay, he's at war with the elements and a fucking rogue ass tiger, rabies ass tiger or lion. Sorry,
That got hit with a tranquilizer and then said, "Oh,
Yeah.
let me sleep this off for 30 minutes. Now I'm back on
Yeah,
your ass."
ain't nothing. That lion said it was nothing, and he's just
I'll watch
eating
it
people.
because when it comes to ratings to decide if I want to see a movie, only I look at is the Google users. It says 83% like this movie. That's good enough for me to be like,
And
all
it's
right, I'll
just
give
one
it
of
a
those
shot.
It's just like one of those movies with an animal versus it's man versus nature movie.
Right? Yeah. You don't need no super complicated.
Finest gonna be sitting
No.
up there. He gonna sit in the. You gonna watch in the movie room? Because I can already tell how you gonna be because it's so suspenseful.
Oh, really? Yeah.
He gonna be.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark. He gonna be. Oh shit.
that
He gonna be.
line popping out.
Is it like a lion? It's like a lion's version of Jaws. Basically.
Yes.
So many like scenes in it where you just like you see just creep out the back. You're like, oh shit. You like.
That thing is a sleuth, man. That motherfucker that big ass lion just sneaking around everybody.
There's
Who
one
owns
part.
Universal?
Who owns Universal?
Yeah.
I think Universal.
So that it's not gonna be on any streaming, huh? If it's owned by Universal.
Oh, you mean the streaming service?
It might be
Peacock.
on Paramount. Would it?
Peacock.
Oh my god. I'm not getting any more streaming services.
That's Universal streamers. Well, half of Peacock is free.
I don't want to have to make an account, download it. I'm gonna just wait, and then when it's on YouTube, I'm gonna just rent it.
Bro, it's probably gonna be on HBO to be honest. So you need to hop back on.
But HBO's Warner Brothers though.
Yeah, don't get me started about Warner
It's not
Brothers.
gonna be on. It's not gonna be on HBO if it's by Universal.
Damn, you do got
They
a point.
compete. I'm gonna just rent on YouTube. It's gonna be like $8 to rent it. It's not.
Or Amazon Prime. If you got that, I know.
Yeah.
I know your parents got Amazon Prime, bro.
I got Amazon Prime. My parents ain't got shit.
They just use your Amazon Prime, right?
Hell
So
no, I don't share my Amazon Prime with nobody.
So my mom does. She orders more shit on there than I do. It's crazy.
I don't share shit. I got my own Amazon
I mean,
Prime.
to be honest,
that's just sacred to me. I got all my private stuff connected on there though. That's why. All my cards are on my Amazon account. Shit.
Right.
So if I share my Amazon, you see all of it. You can start buying shit and it just goes straight to my credit card.
Well, I hope your parents wouldn't do that.
You never know. I mean, sometimes they accidentally, because if it's set as the default and they aren't paying attention, some shit.
I'd be like, hey, you got to run that back, man.
Or if I don't know, their phone gets hacked, but they're in the my account, that stuff happens. But speaking of shows and stuff to watch, I watched the Untold Story with and One. Y'all remember? Y'all remember and One?
That finally came out.
Hell yeah, I remember and One.
Y'all gotta watch the Untold Story, the documentary.
The Professor, hot sauce.
Yeah, it's
Escalade
so,
was my boy,
bro. You gotta watch. It's so good.
What's it called? So what's the what are they talking about? Just how it got brought up and everything? Or
all of it. The rise and fall of it.
Okay.
Yeah, because it just disappeared. I remember. If you was up, y'all remember when you were 10 years old? If you stayed up late as hell, on Saturday nights going into Sunday, and you had that shit on ESPN, they had N1 Street Ball mixtape on, playing at 11 o'clock, midnight, or whatever.
Dude, I didn't realize. I knew it was big. Bro. You gotta watch it.
Baby,
it was big. I didn't realize how big N1 was.
Yeah,
but it was.
They have a clothing line and a shoe line.
Bro, at one point, I don't want to ruin too much, but I will say at one point they were saying when ESPN got involved with showing N1, it was the most watched sports show in the world over ESPN, over Sports Center, over NFL, over all of that. It was number one. It was huge. I didn't realize it was that big. I didn't watch it on TV. I don't even remember how I watched it, but I remember having all the N1 shorts. I remember having the N1 socks. I never had any N1 shoes, I had like the socks, the shorts, the tees, the trash talking tees and shit.
I vividly remember watching it on ESPN like late night, like after 10 o'clock, like the ESPN late night or whatever. It was
Yeah.
nothing but A1 mixtape.
And then the video games came out.
Yeah, those were raw.
Hey, y'all got to watch it. It's wild. Yeah. And then the way
I
it
got a
ended was
question.
just so abrupt.
I got a question for y'all though. Do y'all think
pregunta?
N1 did? I don't even know what the hell that means, but
Question.
appreciate that. Do y'all think N1 players could compete in the NBA?
No.
But
That's
but there is one dude named Rayford Austin that was in N1 that was in the league for quite some time.
He
The
was
Magic
only
and
one.
Rockets.
He was only one.
And
But do you think
out of all the N1
if-
players, he was the only one that was able to make it.
If there was another person, who would you think it would be since you watched the documentary?
None of them.
If there was no.
None of them.
Okay, respect. Okay.
Because here's the thing. A lot of the N1 guys, they're already older. So that's problem number one. Because a lot of them started at N1 when they were 27. So it's way too late. You talking about trying to go to the NBA. So and then in the show they talk about the difference between street ball and NBA. Half the stuff they're doing in the N1 street ball,
because
you can't do that. Yeah, it's all travel. So then it takes away let's say takes away 30-40% of your ability on the court per se. No, dude.
They're just entertainers.
It's entertainment. And then you talk about the level of defense and N1 street ball defense. Like I'm not saying they weren't good defenders, but you take an N1 guy, can't do all that stuff. You can't travel. You gotta follow within the rules. So you can't be doing all this traveling and carrying and stuff. And then you add elite level team defense to the mix. Oh, forget it. Right.
Okay. I just want to hear that because I know there's some people that I know that will argue that.
They're wrong.
That's why I asked y'all.
They're pendejos. They're idiots.
Wrong. They're wrong. They're just wrong.
For the people that do watch this that think that,
you're wrong.
Y'all heard it.
Now I don't want people to like think I'm bashing N1. That is an elite level. But
it takes talent to do what they do. Yes.
Oh, for sure, they're talented.
A lot of talent.
They're better than the average. They're in the top.
They're better than
percentile.
Me.
They're in the top percentile.
So, yeah.
Basketball players, but N1's here. NBA is still another level. Oh, yes. in terms of overall basketball ability. Oh, come on, dude.
If you played a pickup game with them, they would absolutely cook you. But there is the level of it's night and day. The talent. I mean, come on. That's like, you watch like these other leagues in football now, like the AF or like
arena.
Come on. Yes, they're talented, but they're not that level of talent.
And
not even close.
Another point to bring up. Not only they're talented, but there's a reason why they're in those leagues. They didn't make it. For whatever reason. Now, some of them I will say, there are those guys that have the talent but didn't make it because of academics in college or getting in trouble, stuff like that. But a lot of guys that were in N1 or in these lower leagues that are talented, they didn't make the NBA. And there's a reason why. Because only the best of the best make it. Now, again, I will say some opportunities are different for some people, but for the most part, the best only 12 players on a roster for per team, 30 teams. That's it. A couple hundred players. That's it. The top couple hundred players in the world. That's it. So
it's hard to even make a two-way contract nowadays.
Yep.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
And then you talk about the professor. He couldn't make it to college. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like great. And he's probably one of my favorite N1 players. But he did it. Like he even said in the doc, like I didn't get any scholarships to go to college. So not only did he not make the NBA, but he couldn't even make it to D1. That's how hard that stuff is. Now, I think, he's one of those guys that's talented enough. He could have played and done well in college. Who knows from there, but he didn't. Because even in college.
He ain't no white chocolate. He ain't no Jason Williams.
Jason Williams a different level, bro. That's
exactly
crafty.
my point.
You talking about crafty.
They were the same style player, But look
my
at the
God.
difference between Jason Williams and the professor.
But I will say, the professor will cook you though. He is an astounding, amazing, great basketball player, but he didn't make it. It's just a fact. And he didn't make it. There is the reason. You know, it sucks. I wish he would have made it, but he didn't. Tough. Different level, dude.
I was always an Escalade guy. That guy got me sick.
Dude, big as shit.
That motherfucker was humongous.
Bro, he passed away, bro. Oh my.
Y'all
Yeah.
saw and then Skipper the Lou. He was the only
Yeah.
N1 player to make it to the NBA and play. But yeah, that dude
I
was
remember
cold.
Ray for Austin making it to the league because that was a big deal. Like ESPN did a documentary on him leaving N1 and getting drafted because he did
Well,
that shit when he was like high school.
Right.
Well,
He
they
got
were doing
drafted.
that.
He got drafted out of high school.
You remember there were back then too. You remember like there was a huge controversy of people like playing like pro am and stuff like that, and he was doing
Yeah.
that during the summer and stuff. So
Yeah.
that was a lot of it too. But yeah, that man was
Mhm.
good. That man was
Yeah,
pretty.
because he got drafted
solid.
out of high school. He didn't go to college.
Yeah. Which I got a question for y'all. Y'all think they're gonna bring that back, getting drafted out of high school again? I
Well,
feel like
I
every
hope not.
Wait, you mean rule wise?
yeah. Do you think
You
some like
can.
in the next
You can get drafted out of high school now.
What are you talking about?
I mean, you technically can, yeah, if you're a
Like
certain age.
They don't
Yeah,
have
like
you don't have
what are you
to
talking about? Prep school? No, I'm talking about legitimately like not going to like an actual like fifth year, like a prep school and
So you're
everything.
saying they're like 17 going on 18 getting drafted
I'm talking like how LeBron James got drafted straight out of high school. Kobe,
at 17 years old. Yeah.
yes.
I'm
You,
pretty sure they changed the rules to where you can be drafted out of high school. You don't have to.
To the G League, I believe. Yes.
I'm not. I'm talking about you're like I'm at Independence High School. I declare for the draft. I get
You're
drafted straight to the NBA. No G League.
yeah.
No none of that, bro. Like I'm talking LeBron James
It's
style.
it's the G League finest because they're getting $500,000 to play in the G League. Some of them are.
They
So
switched
what's
the
this?
rule, right?
Like Anthony Simons, is that his name? He did that. He went to the G League. And shit, LaMelo,
Are
same
any of these
thing.
kids even getting picked up on like actual like teams though? Once they go to the G League, like I haven't heard
Yeah.
any
I mean, did LaMelo go to the G League?
LaMelo.
No,
Yeah.
he went semi pro.
Mm.
He went like maybe he went to like a foreign country, played there.
He went to
for a couple years.
Lithuania or some
Yeah.
shit like that.
A lot of them are doing that now. I think they still have to be 19 years of age. Be eligible to be drafted.
I know there's a rule change, but I can't figure out what the.
I hope not, man.
I think
Because
it was a small caveat where I think it was like an age restriction, but
how many
technically,
guys coming out of high school are ready for the NBA? Besides LeBron, a Kobe. I mean, you're talking about Hall of Famers, creme de la creme.
I don't know, man. It's hard because every kid now has an Instagram page and just shows their highlights. I mean, everybody's good now, but I don't know who's really that good that can compete on that
Right.
level. Because you got to
You're
think about
talking.
you compete
Bro.
with grown men that like
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. You're going from playing kids, to grown men, and a snap of a finger.
yep, I found the rule change. So, to your question on a technicality, no. But you don't have to go to college. So the rule
No.
there's two caveats. One, you must be 19 years of age. And the
Mhm.
second rule, you must be 1 year removed from high school graduation.
Mhm.
So technically, you could graduate high school, go to like semi-pro or play overseas for a year until you're 19 or just a year. However, some people because I graduated high school, I was 19. So technically, I would have met that requirement, but I would have had to play a year overseas somewhere and then go into the draft. So the rule is necessarily that you don't have to go to college and play a year to go to the league. You can go pro immediately, but it can't be the NBA. It could be Lithuania or one of these pro, semi-pro leagues, whatever.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. But to your point, Calvin, I think it is smarter to take time to develop because I mean,
Bro.
you look at
I mean, dude, it's just like
All right.
if anything, man, if you're gonna go overseas, or if you really think you built enough to go to like the actual NBA and everything, if not, I would go to like the FIBA league. So I mean, you gotta think about it. Excuse me. That's the second most competitive league. Yes, it's overseas and everything. You're playing against former NBA players and everything that have played and everything like that. Yeah, the rules, and I feel like overseas too, you learn more, like because that's a different style of play. Like you don't have the athletic people like in the NBA. Well, not going to downplay them, saying that they're not athletic, but they're more of like a finesse game and everything, like how they play. And plus, the rule change is different over there. The what is it? Do they have defense at 3 seconds over there? I wonder. The shot clocks. I think the shot clocks a little bit. I think it's at 20. Like, there's a whole bunch of different things that dictate that game over there. That's different than just over here in the NBA. So
they need to keep it at 19. They need to do that 1 year remove shit. They need to keep that forever. I mean, listen. We all saw Zion's high school tape. Look at the kids he was playing against. Now Zion's a grown man. We knew this. He was a grown man in high school. But look at the kids he was playing.
My thing is, why didn't he go to a prep school to at least people his competition? I want to know how good he actually would have been playing that on like a nightly basis, like somebody that can match
I still think he would have been as good as that. I mean,
no, I'm not trying to say he wouldn't be good or he wouldn't. Like I'll just say that'd be interesting.
But they need to keep it at 19 because at least if they don't go to college, they go overseas, whatever. They're playing against grown men. In college, you're playing against grown men for at least a year, right? Mm-hmm. So you still get you. I mean, you're talking like Zion getting guarded by a guy that's 6'2" in the post in high school, man. I mean, what are we doing? He goes to Duke.
Him about 100.
Yeah, he goes to Duke. Everybody he's playing against is 6'8" or taller.
Gives you that time to make an adjustment as you develop.
Right.
And that would be tough. Have played against like these high schoolers that are just playing with what they got, and then you go to. Then the next thing you know, you're guarding Shaq, you're guarding Giannis.
You're guarding LeBron James.
Right.
Like, come on,
dude. I would shit myself.
You went from guarding a 6'1" white kid with no hops, can't run the floor, not fast, and then you're put in front of LeBron James. No. Come on.
It'll turn you into a man pretty quick, though.
Bro,
yeah, come on.
Think about that. You just getting done with your 7th period class, and you got to guard LeBron
James.
I'll be mad as hell, dog. I'll be mad as hell.
You just graduated high school, bro. you are like a few months separated from your senior prom, and now you're guarding LeBron? Yeah, nope, no way.
Nah, bro. I'll be like, Coach, we running 2-3. We ain't playing no damn man. Fuck that.
That. It ain't just LeBron. Then it's Giannis. Then it's KD. Then it's James Harden. It's everybody. I mean, it's just that's too big of a difference, bro. You need to have a year under your belt playing against grown men who are semi-pro or professional. College is semi-pro, whether we like it or not. It is. It just is.
It is now.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's always been that way. They just, disguised it as not being semi-pro.
Well, I can't call it semi-pro because you have to get paid for it to be considered.
Well, you know where I'm going.
No,
you know where I'm going. Don't even.
I'm being technical. I'm being super technical.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you're doing. Yeah. I'm sure some of them. I'm sure nobody got paid ever.
Shit, I didn't. I wish I had an opportunity to. Was it McDonald's bag this shit?
Yeah. The T-Balls. Yeah, McDonald's bag.
The McDonald's bag with $20K in cash.
Man, if that was the case, Finis would have been sending me crazy Snapchats like, "Hey, cuz," after the game.
Look at
when you free, I got you a ticket. Pull up, man. I'll fly you out. We're gonna get lit. Says the guy that doesn't drink.
Like, Finis, how you gonna fly me out? You in college? He's like, don't worry about it. Like, all right.
Hey,
Got
shit to
strip-
do.
All right.
Hey, shit to do in Missouri though. So we're gonna be sitting there doing my homework and shit.
driving a fucking brand new car, got strippers sent to his dorm room. Come on.
I'm gonna be like, Calvin, hand me the calculator. God damn it. Gotta figure out this problem.
Shit. But hey, y'all, I gotta jump though. So I'll catch y'all
Alright.
next time.
On the flippity flop.
All
All right,
right.
Calvin.
I'll see y'all.
Hey, well, go ahead. Bye. Never mind. I was gonna say, Mark, we got 2 weeks, and we're gearing up for. Well, we gotta name the section. Yeah, we gotta name the section of the cast. I don't know what to name it. It's gonna be, I don't know, fast round football.
Yeah.
I might write that down.
Shit, bro. I know. I was excited. I did one of my fantasy drafts Friday. That shit was awesome. I had a great draft, bro. I don't know how I got these guys, but got Josh Allen, quarterback. Got my running back's a little lackluster, but I'm okay with him. I got Clyde Zelaire, which he's going to be a good fantasy back because he gets a bunch of dump offs.
Right.
And then I got Elijah Mitchell from the 49ers, who was coming on strong last year before he got hurt. But my wide receivers are loaded. I got Debo, and he's a fantasy machine. The boy runs the ball and catches the ball.
Yeah.
I got JJ. I got Justin Jefferson.
Ooh,
I got Darren Waller.
Ooh.
I got Terry McLaurin. Yeah, my team's nice. Justin Tucker's my kicker.
Ooh, Baltimore.
Yeah, buddy. I'm hoping my next draft because I'm in 2 leagues. That was my first league.
Well, I might be in one. I'm supposed to have one tonight with my family at 8, but we're moving it to tomorrow. But they talk about putting money in. And I'm out.
Oh, I did.
I don't gamble.
I put just 20, $25, man.
Oh, no.
Winner take the pot.
Oh, fuck all that. I don't play with money. I don't play with money at all. So, because anytime somebody's like, oh, because I remember sometimes somebody had asked me at work, oh, you in the fantasy leagues? All right, I was like, not for money. I already knew he was finna. No, sir. I can't do it. Even if it was $1, I'm out.
Finest, man. Ain't the $20 really gonna hurt that bad?
Yes.
Damn it, boy.
That's a week of gas right there.
A week of gas.
And then I'm so into the game. Like, I know a lot of my friends that are into fantasy. They're like, "Oh, I do it because it just makes the game more exciting." Like, I'm already in it.
Yeah.
So I don't even half the time. If nobody asks me to do a fantasy league, I won't even do one. You know, like I don't have to have it. But if somebody's like, "Oh, let's do a fantasy league," and I always ask, "Is it free? Like, what's up?"
Yeah.
If somebody asks me to do it, it's free. I'll do it. But outside of that, I don't go on my way to get one. I don't really.
Before, like, I would do it occasionally, but there were a lot of times I didn't do it. I would just watch the Titans, but like last 2 years I've done fantasy, shit. I've been up in the NFL, man. Hey, as soon as I'm keeping up with the practice reports. Someone going questionable, someone getting waiver wire, here I come. I'm looking at everything, bro.
As soon as somebody
I'm starting Monday. I'm watching every feed, all week, just scrolling on Twitter. Oh shit, the motherfucker got hurt at practice. Oh,
and they're especially when they're let's say they play on Sunday and they questionable. You look on Saturday, still questionable. Yeah. Now you got a decision.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm out before then. You feel me? And
really?
Shit,
I'll hold on.
Man.
I'll hold off till Saturday night.
I always pick like last year I had Nick Chubb, right?
Right.
So he got hurt. And I was like, fuck. But I knew about this like Monday or Tuesday. So I said, fuck it. I'm putting a claim in for the backup. And I picked up Dearness Johnson. That motherfucker got me like 25 points that week. I was like
yeah, I've had the opposite happen where a guy got hurt, he was questionable. So I waited, and then on Friday or Saturday, he was still questionable. My backup was perfectly healthy. I was like, I'm gonna just switch him real quick. So I just switched my backup in there, and then the guy that was questionable ended up playing. All the points. He got all the points. My backup, he did all right, but the dude, all the points. I was pissed. I was like, oh, shit, I should have just left him in. Oh, sick.
I'm sneaky with that shit, bro. Sneaky as hell. Like Alvin Kamara, he missed a lot of time last year. Well, I knew when he got hurt and Mark Ingram was on the waiver wire. I said, Shit. I just lay low in the weeds and claim Mark Ingram. 30 points.
Yeah.
Everybody in the league like, man, you getting pissed about it. I said, man, y'all gotta pay attention to this shit. I'm on my shit, man. I'm watching this shit. As soon as that Q comes up by their name, it's over with. I'm reading all the reports, all the tweets.
I wouldn't mind getting into some fantasy basketball. I didn't know they had fantasy basketball, and I've never done it.
You can do fantasy for any sport.
I had no idea. I wouldn't mind getting into that, but yeah, we'll see. Who do you normally draft? What position do you normally draft first?
Depends what falls to me, because usually I don't have the first throw. If I had a first throw over a pick, I'm taking a running back. Probably taking DH. Well, Jonathan Taylor would have been. If I had first pick this year, which I don't in either of my leagues, I would have took JT. I would have took Jonathan Taylor. But I picked 6, I think, in this draft. So I stayed in the middle. It was a snake. So I was in the middle constantly.
Right.
Pretty much. So whatever fell to me, like I had a plan. Like initially, like I was like, okay, Justin Jefferson. He's like, because like in fantasy, a lot of the guys, even in your league, they'll just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They just go in order. Who's the top? Right?
Yeah, the best available, straight up.
Right. They're just in a row. So I knew Justin Jefferson was going to get to me, so I took him first. The one I got scared about, because I had already put him back in my mind, I said, if he's there, he's mine. And that was Debo. And Debo made it back to me. Grabbed him right up. I didn't care that he was ranked 20th, because in my mind, I'm thinking in fantasy terms.
Right.
Because he's a Swiss Army knife, bro. He runs the ball.
He'll do everything.
Right. He runs the ball. He runs for touchdowns. He catches the ball. He catches for touchdowns.
He'll throw that bitch.
Yeah, he does everything.
Yards.
Yeah, he does everything. He's a Swiss Army knife.
And then he'll mess around and get some kick returns.
He's a Swiss Army knife, bro. And that's a big time in fantasy, because that means he's a threat the whole time he's on the field. He's gonna catch. He can run. They'll line him up as a fucking running back. It's the same process I had with drafting Cordero Patterson, because I picked up Cordero Patterson last year on waivers, and that was the best move I made all year. Because that man, they put him everywhere. They line him up at running back. They line him up in the slot. They line him up at the X, the Y. They line that man up everywhere. Everywhere. So I drafted him again this year. So I got 2 of them. They do it all.
So you normally, the big question is, when do you get your quarterback?
Well, I usually try to, it depends, right? See, like this year, because Mitchell's an idiot. I wish he was on here, because I just want to laugh at him so bad. He took Justin Herbert in the 2nd round. And I was thinking to myself, dude, you're going to get Justin Herbert in 3rd, 4th, 5th round probably.
Yeah, he picked him too early.
Yeah. And he picked the wrong quarterback, because what happens in fantasy? A quarterback that can run and throw accumulates for more points, because he's got rushing yards.
Right. And
so I'm just sitting waiting, and Josh Allen's there. I took Josh Allen in the 3rd round. He was the highest rated fantasy quarterback, and he was number 22 overall in the fantasy rankings, number 1 quarterback overall in fantasy rankings. Usually, if I can, I wait till the 4th or 5th round, because usually once one goes, there's a run on him. But that didn't happen in this draft. But you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's like defenses are a kicker. Once one goes, there's a damn run on. Because
let me go ahead and get mine real quick.
I got to get the hands. There's only 5 really good defenses, like really, really good defenses. They're going to get points every week. I need to grab them now, because the top defense is gone. Same thing with the kicker. Because as soon as I took my kicker, run on kickers. As soon as the guy in the draft took the Bills defense, run on defenses. And as soon as I took Josh Allen, run on quarterbacks.
Yeah, I normally try for me, it depends, but it's always either a running back or a quarterback. If it's a top 3 running back in the league, no, not even. If it's a top 2 running back in the league, I go running back first. So basically, if I can get if Derrick Henry's on the board, I take Derrick Henry or Jonathan Taylor. If they're gone by the time it gets to me, then I go quarterback, and I go the quarterback that I know will just either Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, or I'll go for a dual threat quarterback. Just because I know Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, one of those two is probably going to end up leading the league in passing yards. Just like they,
Passing yards, passing touchdowns. Yes.
yeah, just it's always been one of them, one and two, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady,
Right.
for the most part. And then, but if a running backs are going to sometimes, if I'm feeling confident, like if I think I could get a steal like a Russell Wilson second round, and the top two running backs are gone, I'll pick the top receiver.
Right. I'm just patient with it. I watch it. I'm patient with it. I know, like third round, I knew that there was no way going in the fourth round, and maybe even the last couple of picks of third, that Josh Allen was getting back to me. Like I just
Right.
knew that was not going to happen. So I took him. I knew going in the first round, if I'd passed on Justin Jefferson, he was not making it to me in the second round. Took him. Same thing with Debo. That's how I draft. And then I drafted Darren Waller in the fourth round. He's one of the best tight ends in the league. One of the top five. He's like a top 5 fantasy tight end. I knew because Mark Andrews was gone. Travis Kelce was gone. I said, okay, he's the best tight end left. He's not making it to round 5. I gotta take him now. That's how I draft. And then because like running backs are a dime a dozen, right? As long as you get one that is a starter, he can put up 15 points a week.
Yeah, you'll probably be fine. Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to do what Derrick Henry does or Jonathan Taylor does, where he's going to, rush
Carry
for
the team.
carry the team, runs 150, 3 touchdowns. He's going to get about 30 points a week or damn near it. He's not going to do that, but I don't need him to do that because my wide receivers are so loaded. Like, I know they're going to score and they're going to catch the ball and they're going to make big plays. I know I got Josh Allen, the quarterback, and that man's going to fucking throw and run. And he's going to put up a lot of touchdowns.
All right. Oh, I'm excited. Next week we might do a practice segment. See how that goes. Because next Sunday, yeah, because it's not next Sunday, but next Sunday.
College football. Well, college football started this weekend, but it really officially gets going next Saturday. So.
Yeah, I'm excited. All righty, Mark. That's all I had, man.
Oh shit! I just forgot. I wanted to be doing the damn podcast in the hotel room. I'll be in Colorado.
Okay. The next week or the first weekend of the game of NFL?
Next weekend. Sean's wedding's the next Saturday.
Okay, I was about to say.
But I'll be in the hotel room. We'll be in the hotel room by then, probably. So.
All right, bet. Sounds like a plan. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I have on the agenda? I think I want to bring something up. I forgot. Oh, yes, real quick. So, ladies and gentlemen, people watching, listening, and I found a way so I can actually upload videos to Spotify. So now, if you listen on Spotify, I don't know how Apple Podcasts works, but it's responsible for Spotify.
You're doing like Joe Rogan.
Yeah, so basically you can watch it on Spotify or just listen to it. So now I don't have to upload both audios. It's just gonna be one video thing. We'll be rocking, which is awesome. But for people listening and or watching, we are coming up on our 100th episode in the next few weeks. It'll be in the middle of the NFL season. So we're planning a giveaway. I'm not sure what we're doing yet, but the Guardians are gonna be we're gonna congregate, we're gonna figure it out. But stay tuned, follow our Instagram at IB Talks Podcast for your chance to win whatever we're going to give out, and we'll make that public soon. And I just want to announce that, and then Mark, we'll figure out what we're going to do. But we're going to do something big because we'll be at 100 episodes of Guardians of the Sixth.
Insane.
It'll be so what, 52 weeks, so 104. So yeah, we'll be right away from almost 2 years worth. Even though we've done it for more than 2 years, we skipped here and there, but almost at 2 years worth of podcasts. That's awesome. At least at one a week.
Hell yeah.
But we'll figure it out. We'll let you guys know. Remember, follow us. And stay safe out there in the world. And for people like me, start this first week of the school semester, we grind it out. But,
good luck.
All right, Mark. We are out. We'll catch you guys next time.
Peace.